A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. Well, a group of students have taken selfies to dizzying heights, quite literally. Now, we had better give you a warning. Your head might be spinning after taking a look at this video. Well, it's slightly unsettling, but then again, this team seems a little bananas to begin with. The trio of Daniel, Law, Andrew, Saw and A.S. are shown looking fearless and comfy atop Hong Kong's 5th tallest building. It is 1,135 feet tall. These photo enthusiasts used a wide-angle lens and a selfie stick. And yes, that's what it's called. To celebrate the breathtaking view, they consumed some bananas. Well, this just might be the beginning of a new, possibly ill-advised selfie trend. We just hope that they didn't slip on those banana peels on the way down. And well, we do know how the selfie bug has definitely caught on, and we've seen, of course, different types of selfies being taken, some from probably the tallest statues in the world as well. But no doubt this one as well has definitely led to a lot of people exclaiming in wonder. These people have gone ahead and launched themselves nearly 1,000 feet in the air and then taken this particular selfie. What's more, they're seen casually sitting on the top and eating bananas. And moving on, an LPG cylinder exploded at a residence in Bengaluru, injuring 4 people. The incident took place at Tigalarapalia in Rajagopal Nagar at around 5 a.m. The house belongs to a man named Satish. He, along with his wife and 2 kids, were injured in the blast. They were shifted to a nearby hospital. 2 fire tenders were rushed to the spot to douse the flames. And well, of course, as you can see, quite a bit of damage taking place due to that particular cylinder blast. Fortunately, nobody being killed, but it is understood that the 4 family members who were present inside that particular house have all been injured. Of course, eyewitnesses claim that the owner of the house, Satish, hasn't been injured, while his wife and 2 kids were injured in that blast. But you can see that it's led to a lot of damage. In fact, it even led to one of the walls collapsing, besides, of course, the doors being blasted out and the window panes also shattering. You can see inside the house glass pieces all over. It is understood that this took place at about 5 a.m. The kids, in fact, it is understood, were sleeping. One of them is said to have suffered a burn injury on his thigh, and the other child was stuck underneath all the rubble after, in fact, one of the walls in the house also came crashing down. It is also understood that the wife as well as the 2 children have been rushed to a hospital. And let's listen into what one of the eyewitnesses had to say.
ಬಟ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂತು ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮನೆ ಸೀಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡೆದೋಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಂತೈತೆ ಅಯ್ಯಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು 20% ಸುಟ್ಟೋಗಿರೋ ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇತ್ತು ಯಾರು ಎತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ತಿರುಗಿ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಗು ಹೊಡೆಯಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತು ಅಯ್ಯಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಸಿಮೆಂಟಿನ ದಿಂಡು 3 ಸೇರಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಒಳಸಿದ್ರಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಒಳಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಮಗು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಪುಟ್ಟು ಪಾಪುಗಳಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಗಂಡ ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್. ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಇದೆ ಬೆಳಕರ್ದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ.
And well, an old building came crashing down in Bengaluru late last night. The two-storied building, which is said to be quite old, came crashing down. Several people suffered injuries, but there were no casualties. The incident took place at Shakambari Nagar near Jayanagar. There was a woman in the first floor and she was of course the lone resident when the building crashed. The woman has been shifted to News9 for treatment.
ಸುಮಾರು 9:30 ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏಕಾಏಕಿ 3 ಅಂತಸ್ತಿನ ಕಟ್ಟಡ ಇದು ಕುಸಿದು ಬಿದ್ದೋಗಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರು ಯಾರೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಶೀಟ್ ಮನೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಶೀಟ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಯವರು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಲೇಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಇದ್ದರು. ಕುಸಿದು ಬಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಲೇಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ತಲೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಹಳೆ ಕಟ್ಟಡ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ಸಂಭವಿಸಿರೋದು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ PBMP ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೊಲೀಸು ಫೈರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಏನು ಅನಾಹುತ ಇತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಅನಾಹುತ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಅನಾಹುತ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೇಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಏಟಾಗಿತ್ತು.
And of course, this took place late last night is what we understand. Now, it is understood the reason this particular building came crashing down is because it was a weak structure and it was quite an old building, and the recent rains seems to have weakened the structure further, leading to its collapse. Fortunately, nobody being killed there as such. We understand that only one woman was in that particular building and she has suffered injuries. Well, controversial godman Nityananda will have to present himself before the Ramnagar CJM court today. The court had adjourned the case on Monday after Nityananda and 5 others accused in the sexual molestation case refused to accept the committals, citing the SLP or the special leave petition in the Supreme Court. And today, of course, it is expected that the Ramnagar court will pass its judgment. Nityananda is expected to be present for the same. We have to, of course, keep in mind that the court had gone ahead and adjourned the case on Monday. Soon after, of course, the Supreme Court had also stepped in. Nityananda has been trying to get the case quashed and he had also approached the Supreme Court for the same. Initially, of course, the Apex Court had stayed the potency test, but in the recent hearing, the Supreme Court bench went on to urge Nityananda to undergo the potency test if he had nothing to hide, because it would put an end to this long delayed case. Of course, today we'll have to wait and watch to see which way the Ramnagar court swings. Will they in fact provide a big relief for Nityananda, or will they pronounce him guilty? Will they make him undergo that potency test, in which case we could even look at his arrest? Well, Yogi Adityanath of BJP has landed in a major controversy after he was caught on camera asking his supporters to marry girls of other community to set the record straight. Well, when he was asked to react on the controversy, the BJP MP said that he is not answerable to the media and refused to clarify on the video.
उनसे लीजिए ना इसके बारे में।
नहीं, लेकिन चलो आप क्या कहेंगे इस वीडियो को? मैं कुछ सफाई देना चाहेंगे सर?
नहीं, मुझे कुछ सफाई नहीं देनी है।
लेकिन सर दो शब्द आपके निकले हैं, उसको लेकर थोड़ा ऑब्जेक्शन हटाया जाए।
ठीक, मैंने कहा ना, इसलिए मैंने कहा कि उसका फॉरेंसिक जांच के बगैर अगर आप कोई वीडियो दिखाते हैं तो आपकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि उसको पहले जांच करवा लेनी चाहिए थी, तो उसके बाद आपको दिखाना चाहिए। ठीक है,
क्या कहना चाहिए? पुराना वीडियो होती है,
अपनी चाहे पुराना हो चाहे नया हो, पहले जांच के बगैर कोई भी को नहीं दिखाना चाहिए। जिम्मेदारी के साथ मीडिया को काम लेना चाहिए।
Well, Yogi Adityanath refusing to comment on the issue and, of course, stating that he will not issue any sort of statement about what he had gone on to state. Remember, the comments had triggered a massive controversy, but the BJP MP has said that the video is old. He also went ahead and slammed the media and accused them of not being responsible. So instead of going ahead and confessing or clarifying on the video, Yogi Adityanath going ahead and blaming the media, pointing fingers at the media and saying that they are the ones who have not acted responsibly and that the video is very, very old. Remember, in the video, Yogi Adityanath is heard very clearly saying that for every single one of his supporters should go marry girls of other community to set the record straight. My colleague Arun now joins us over the phone lines with more details. Arun, Yogi Adityanath, they're quoting controversy and then pointing fingers at the media conveniently.
That's right, Akshita. In fact, this has once again vitiated whatever little peace was there in society. These kind of comments are highly regrettable because it comes from a very senior person, that too a parliamentarian. The least he could have done is to exercise restraint. But having made these comments on a public platform, he has perhaps the audacity to go ahead and say, I will not apologize for my statements. So it is only bound to create much more fissures and vitiate the atmosphere. Remember, there has been this ongoing discussion or debate about these kind of religious conversions. We've had one incident in the recent past where a sportswoman was allegedly converted at the behest of her husband, and the husband has been picked up and arrested. But the very fact is that it underpins the freedom that is given to each and every one of us in a democratic setup like India. So clearly these kind of comments plus the kind of vitiated atmosphere in society clearly can create much more trouble. In fact, remember, this can be blown out of proportion. Now that the fact is that the parliamentarian has refused to apologize for his remarks, and he's saying very clearly that he will not say sorry. So this will only vitiate the atmosphere as we speak, Akshita.
Right, Arun, considering, of course, that Yogi Adityanath has refused to clarify on the issue, there's no doubt that BJP as such will draw a lot of flack, and there could possibly be a lot of opposition parties slamming the party, taking this to their advantage and stating that this is what they meant by divisive politics.
That's right. That could be the real next big challenge, because remember, they've already run into controversy on a different note where they've been busy replacing the governors across various states. Now this is the latest that could bring them a lot of bad blood. And the very fact that instead of actually trying to unify or build a united India, it looks like these kind of statements and these kind of hate speeches can only vitiate the atmosphere and create much more fissures and divisions within the society. The last thing that a country like India, which is a multi-plural society, needs is these kind of divisive statements and comments, Akshita.
Right, Arun, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. Even after, of course, the video has created such a massive uproar, Yogi Adityanath refusing to clarify. He's gone ahead and blamed the media, saying that the video is old.